Spanish giants haven't really kept Europe in fear like they did 10 years ago. That era of total domination by Real Madrid and Barcelona in the Champions League is basically gone, even though Real literally won the UCL not long ago and Barça were in the semi-finalists last season. I used to know every single starter for Real and Barça before. Now it feels like half of the squad are random names that change every season. And the biggest issue, they've been way too passive in the transfer market. Every top Spanish club has squad problems, injuries, budget limits, financial mess. So today we're breaking down exactly what transfers these teams need in this January window. Let's go! Real Madrid have basically run out of center backs, and Vinícius is an asset they need to move on from as soon as possible, while his value can still boost Real's transfer budget. Barcelona, like always, are relying on La Masia, but let's be real now. You can't survive on just the academy forever. Barça needs to refresh the backline. They score loads, but they concede loads too, and it ruins all the work the attack is doing. Atletico Madrid, as usual, try to do things quietly and efficiently, but if they actually want to fight for trophies in La Liga, the Copa del Rey and in Europe, they obviously need to spend proper money on such goals. So let's get into each team in more detail. Real Madrid. Real has a problem they've ignored for decades. It's always one of two extremes. Either they buy every superstar on the market for stupid money, or they wait and pick up veterans for free when they get released as free agents. But right now the situation is simple. Real have no defenders left. Alaba is basically permanently injured on Real's payroll. Rudiger's injury means he can't keep up with the level they expect him to show for long, and it clearly affects him mentally too. Asensio, Carreras and Hüseyin are still too young to be nailed-on starters for a club like Real Madrid, so they make loads of silly mistakes which causing them lost points. The goalkeeper situation is also a big question mark. Courtois is elite, but he isn't consistent. One day he drops a masterclass against Atletico Bilbao in the Copa del Rey semi-final, then he can't deal with Celta's attack in a normal league match. And Lunin, because he barely plays, just doesn't look like Real Madrid's level. Ferland Mendy and Aurélien Tchouameni have basically moved into a treatment room as well. And Vinícius, it's been a disaster. He hasn't scored in 19 matches. The attitude's awful, no hunger, and the fact the club keeps allowing just kills the dressing room vibe. They need to sell him urgently before his value drops to something embarrassing, and especially while Saudi clubs are still interested. Hopefully Real will let some veterans go, either this window or the latest in the summer. Sell the players who are causing problems and clearly can't match the level. And then bring in a couple of proper new defenders, someone like Upamecano or Van de Ven. Bring back Nico Pes and Endrick, and give a young generation a real chance, Masantuono and Arda Güler. Barcelona. Barca's biggest headache is the defense. Jules Koundé is top. He gives you output going forward and does his job at the back, but one Koundé can't carry an entire backline on his own. Araujo, Balde and Christensen just can't keep up with the pace and demands of Hansi Flick's football. Eric Garcia and Pau Cubarsí are good, but they need rotation and guidance from experienced players. Second issue, midfield. Dani Olmo is a questionable signing. His quality didn't really transform into being important for Barça. He is mostly a rotation player getting 20 or 30 minutes here and there. Pedri and Gavi are basically the new Iniesta and Xavi. Two La Masia lads who are meant to be the future of Barça and Spain, but the workload is too much for young bodies that haven't fully hardened yet. Gavi's injured again. A second knee operation could genuinely ruin his career. Pedro's situation is slightly better, but the little injuries just keep stacking up too. So, in our opinion, Barça should sell Araujo, Balde, Christensen and buy new defenders. And they need to actually use Olmo properly, not just throw him scraps. Also, signing Bruno Fernandes would level up Barcelona's midfield for years. Atletico Madrid. With Atleti, it's always the same approach. Targeted signings for problem positions. And selling the stars they've developed in their system. But if you want to win the league or take down Europe, you need proper investment and upgrades, not just smart business. One of the Atleti's biggest issues is they hang on to players for too long. Players who have outgrown the clubs or who want just to leave because someone else offers better money. A perfect example is their confusing attitude to Julian Alvarez. The player wants to move on and keep growing, but the fee Atleti demand is crazy. Laporta was ready to do a deal, but Atleti look like they are basically refusing to sell him to a direct rival on purpose. To me, Atleti should let Alvarez go and use that money to bring in multiple high-level players. Griezmann and Sorloth need a replacement. Koke is a club legend, but 60 minutes is the absolute limit he can handle now. Declan Rice would fit Atleti's structure perfectly. Smart, durable, great first pass. They could also try to snap up Marcus Rashford. He wasn't wanted at Barcelona, but he adapted quickly to La Liga, and you could bring Mason Greenwood back into a top league. He has outgrown Marcel and would handle top-level football easily. Drop your opinion in the comments. Who should the La Liga giants sell, and who should they buy if they want to compete at the very top in the Champions League again? Subscribe to Rabona, hit the bell. Love you a lot.